Without hesitation.
Without hesitation.
Without hesitation.
Thank you, sir.
Without hesitation. This is my birthday. Sorry, when I get into okay, should microtransactions be illegal in fully priced games?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think if you're paying $80 or more for a game, microtransactions should not be a part of that game.
Having said that, you can a fully fleshed out DLC, I'm fine with. If it's a good DLC, if I like the game, you can make it and I'll pay for that, but not the microtransactions. I hate the idea of these little horse armor.
The first
Oh my
microtransaction.
gosh.
horse armor?
Yes.
What do you
That
mean?
was one of the first microtransactions. It's technically a DLC. It's a microtransaction.
Yeah.
What game?
Oblivion.
Okay.
And they came out with these little packs of like you could get a crab who's a merchant, or actually no, I don't even know if that was.
I think that's a mod on Skype.
that's a mod. Okay, fine.
With the top hat.
No, but there was these little tiny additions where they do nothing for the game and they're charging $3 for. And the very first thing the people who hate them will do is they'll calculate out all the different pieces of armor and say, okay, so if each one is $3, then this is what the game is worth. And yeah, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me.
The worst is The Sims. Sims 4 is the worst for
Yeah, just leave it at that. No, it's just the worst. No, I'm joking.
Because someone calculated it with all the DLCs currently. The game costs $600.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And I guess to go on microtransactions too, and I read about this today, introducing Mass Effect into this, was Mass Effect 3's DLC From Ashes. So it released the same day as Mass Effect 3.
Right.
$10. Someone was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Just include it in the game?
Yep.
It was already coded into the game,
Yeah.
but it was hidden behind a microtransaction. But the character that you get from that DLC is a big character in the game. If you didn't have them, there's a lot of like story elements, a lot of lore that could have been missed.
So you basically had to buy it.
You had to buy it, and it was day one. Like as soon as the game launched, that DLC was with it.
So the game was $80?
No,
Not
back
at
in the
the
day
time,
it was
but-
like
60 or 60. I think.
Was this back when you could buy the platinum one? Remember that? For Xbox?
oh
It
yes,
was like
yes,
the platinum edition?
platinum editions.
Because I remember games were either 40, 50, or 60.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I bought the legendary edition or for Mass Effect 3 or the limited edition, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because I think that one cost me $90. And that, of course, it came with 2 discs because games back in the day, you had to load in disc number 2.
Oh, that's
But it came with like a bunch of like art, came like out of, yeah. And then, yeah, everyone, I even like I said, I just read about all this stuff today, like EA and all that crap. It's like, yeah, everyone was so mad about that. And then they literally, I think, someone sued BioWare because of it, because that it should have been a part of the game. Like, you're already spending this much.
I don't think they won.
I don't think they want to. But yeah, but now with the Legendary Edition out, it's like all the DLCs are free because it came
Yeah.
with except one. There's one DLC that you can't get within the Legendary
Because
Edition.
it's glitched or something, or like it's
Yeah.
bugged.
Pinnacle Station, baby. They lost the files for that game back in like 2009,
Which is crazy.
which is crazy.
They lost the files?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally can't fix it, and so you can't get the DLC
Yeah.
anymore.
You could download a mod now. Someone found like or got a copy of it online somewhere and modded it, and now you can play it in the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't add anything. It's just to shoot 'em.
That's like a they can't go to the moon anymore because they lost the technology for the whatever it's called.
You know, I watched a video about that too the other day.
Yeah?
How fake that is.
The moon landing.
It was like what they're doing today, because they do videos of them in space
Right.
and they're floating around, but
Have
there's
you- Is that the one with the girls who hair is like
Oh,
straight up to
yes,
make it
yes.
look like it's floating, but it's just like stiff?
yeah, and there's a video of a guy flipping, like doing a backflip,
Yeah.
but he loses his balance a little bit, and you could see there's like a little tug.
Yeah. And
on
then
his
one
thing.
of the other astronauts like grabs it
Yeah.
and like stabilizes them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
So yeah.
it's fake.
This is politics, baby. So my thing with that is like I don't trust the government at all.
No.
If somebody were to come to me and be like, I've got inside scoop that the government is making the red crayon out of pig's blood or something like that, I'd be like, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
If it's Jesse Ventura not telling me,
Yeah, but it's just like I believe it. I would believe that a crayon would be made out of pig's blood and the government's doing it because I just don't trust them. But what I would say is that the moon landing, I think it was recorded, but I think they did that as an in case
it didn't work.
it didn't work. But I don't know if they ever actually did because it was a race
yeah,
and it was
Beat the
between
Russians.
them and Russia, and they were just like, we had to be first. We had to be first. Did they fake it? I think they did.
unless they just sent a shuttle up there, and then now that shuttle is just floating in space.
But it's like it's mainly because I don't trust the government.
Yeah,
Before COVID, I probably would have been like, yeah, they'd landed on the moon for sure. Why would they lie to me? And then after, I'd be like, I don't think we landed on the moon. I don't trust you.
my taxes growing up, we didn't land.
So true. So true. Yeah, you've been pretty silent on this whole moon landing thing.
We just switched to politics for a quick second.
Yep. Speak up, buddy.
I believe it all happened. I don't see any
Drank the
reason.
Kool-Aid.
Well, and my life doesn't change regardless of if it was faked or if it was real. And so,
How do you live your life?
My life would be shattered.
You look at that moon and be like, someone was up there.
literally, I think more about the Roman Empire on a daily basis than I do about the moon landing. So,
What are your thoughts on the Roman Empire?
came so close to greatness.
Hey, they never left. They never failed. They became the Catholic Church.
Yes.
I've heard that. I don't agree with that. But
Tell me how it's not. Tell me how it's not.
Tell me the Roman Empire didn't touch low boys.
if anything, they're the Orthodox Church. But
Okay.
Vatican City.
Dude, how is the Vatican City a country?
The Papal States, which used to be controlled by the Catholic Church, they used to control a big chunk of Italy. And as the Italian reunification started, I don't know exactly what the process was, but they started taking more and more lands. But then it was just an agreement that within the city of Rome, they would maintain sovereignty over an area. But they used to have a lot more of Italy.
What's the difference between spaghetti and spaghettini?
I don't know.
Got him. I knew he couldn't have an answer for everything.
Roman Empire, my butt.
Roman Empire, your mom, dude. Oh, praise
Back
God.
to gaming.
Back to gaming. Thanks for joining us on that little switch there. Hey there, thanks for watching our video.
Like and subscribe.
And go and check out our other videos.